You are welcome to the Messiah Revelation Ministry. We are an end-time prophetic ministry. We are aware that a lot of people don't like the Black Hebrew Israelite uh, um, movement or preachers or supporters or believers. And so today I've decided to do a video on the Black Hebrew Israelite movement, and the video is simple. There's a divine confirmation that the Negroes are Hebrews. When I make videos, in some cases I pray over the videos. The videos that I make based on visions are based on visions. Some of the videos are based upon research, and I have to be very clear about it. Today, this message is to tell you that there is a divine confirmation that the Negroes are Hebrews. You can change it. You can say that the Hebrews are Negroes or Negroes are Hebrews. I'm not saying that all Black people are Hebrews. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that there is a Black or a Negro Hebrew identity. And so when you hear somebody on the street somewhere in America or Jamaica or Nigeria, South Africa saying that he's Black and he's a Hebrew, don't jump into wrong conclusion. Okay, let me start with what happened on December 19th, 2020. I posted a video, and the video was about Hebrews to Negroes. And in some cases, when you post a video, you give the video a title, and then you go. And the title of that video posted, I believe, on December 19, 2020 was Hebrews to Negroes. The argument was that the Africans, Black people, who the world calls Negroes, they are Hebrews, but somebody has stolen, or some people have stolen their identities, their Hebrew identities. That was the message in the video I posted December 19, 2020. I believe that was the time. There was a divine confirmation. How did it happen? The day that I posted that video, I had a vision, and in that vision, I saw that I had an Israeli passport, Israeli citizenship, and I kept it very carefully because I was aware that somebody might steal it from me. So I kept the Israeli passport very well, carefully, securely, so that nobody would take away the passport from me. So what does it mean? If you have a vision and you have a passport of Israel, you have Israeli citizenship, what does a passport mean? A passport is a document showing that you are a bona fide citizen of a nation. In this case, is the nation of Israel. And I remember in the vision, I was very, very nervous. I wanted to make sure that nobody would steal the Israeli passport from me. I'm not from Israel, but in the vision, um, I was given an Israeli passport indicating I'm a citizen of Israel. I'm not talking about the Israel that you see on earth. I'm talking about the Israel with the holy Jerusalem that is going to descend from heaven. And I believe that the vision that I saw, the same day I posted a video on Hebrews to Negroes, is a divine confirmation that what I said in the video is correct. And what is correct? It's correct to state. It is biblical to state. It's prophetic. It's true to state that those who are called the Negroes are actually Hebrews. But somebody has stolen their identity. Somebody has mistorted their history. And as I'm making this prophetic statement that there's a divine confirmation that Negroes are Hebrews, I have to make certain things clear. Number one, skin color, the color of a skin. In the kingdom of God, the color of a skin doesn't matter. But in the kingdom of the world, the color of a skin matters because racist preachers and homophobic pastors have already made color a big deal in distorting the Bible. And that's why in response to that distortion, a lot of people are moving around saying that they are black Hebrew Israelites. They are not lying. Number two, I want to also tell you that the black Hebrew Israelite is not a cult, as many people say. If somebody is saying that he's black and he's a Hebrew, it's not a cult. My own grandmother told me I'm a Hebrew. I'm an African. I prayed about it and the Lord confirmed it. And so this confirmation that I'm talking to you about is not the only confirmation I've had in a vision. There are several of them, and I'll make videos about the different confirmation that I've received confirming that blacks, Negroes, those people called Negroes are Hebrews. I have so many divine confirmation. I have to tell you that I did a video on OSAS. There's a doctrine going on in America. They say that once you are saved, you are always saved. And I was challenging that idea. And so one day I prayed to the Lord for the Lord to tell me whether my message is prophetic, my message is true or false. Because you cannot be preaching false gospel on your platform. I cannot do that. I cannot preach racist gospel. I cannot distort the Bible and preach things that are not true. I cannot force black people into the Hebrew heritage. I cannot do that. In some cases, I've made videos citing researchers who have written that the Negroes are Hebrews. It's based upon people's research. That is fine. But I also want to let you know that on December 19, 2020, when I posted a video stating that the Negroes are Hebrews, the Lord confirmed with a vision where I was holding an Israeli citizenship, Israeli passport, divinely confirming that the content of the video is approved, is true. I was telling the truth. If the content of the video, Hebrews to Negroes, was not true, the Lord would not have confirmed it. And so there are two ways of confirming that the Negro is a Hebrew based upon extra biblical records. And the records are very clear. Eyewitness testimonies of people who lived in the first century who saw the color of the skin of the Hebrews, those other people called Jews. Scholars have done a lot of research. They've looked at geography. They've looked at maps. They've looked at archaeological records. Some of them even have gone into DNA data in confirming the Hebrew identity of people that Western scholars call Negroes. The Hebrew Israelite movement didn't start yesterday. In the 1800s, a former slave, a former Negro, William Crowdy, he believed that the enslaved Africans were actually Hebrews. And throughout history, the movement has come, the movement has been strengthened through research. And when we're talking about research, we're talking about people who have taken time to research about that. And I've mentioned William Crowdy. And I congratulate Ronald Dalton Jr., an African American, who has written 4-volume book on Hebrews to Negroes that contains a lot of research, contains biblical evidence that the Negroes are Hebrews. He cited so many authors and writers. Some of them are Europeans. I know that there are some people who preach false doctrines that only Hebrews are saved. I'm aware of that. I'm also aware of people who claim they are Hebrews, but they are not. I don't think it's every black person on earth who is a Hebrew. I don't think it's every Negro on earth who is a Hebrew. I know that. And I know some people are doing certain things that tarnish the image of the gospel. They even create confusion in the Hebrew community. And the Lord has warned, don't scatter my shepherd. If you do not understand the Bible very well, don't preach it. You cannot be racist. You cannot be homophobic. You cannot scatter the shepherd of the Lord. The Bible is very clear, is that salvation is for both the Hebrews and the Gentiles. The Lord said, he who believes in me shall not perish. I watched a video where somebody was saying that whosoever believes in me refers only to Hebrews. Only Hebrews who believe in the Messiah will be saved. That is a false doctrine. And so if you preach like that, then it means that you are giving an opportunity for somebody to call you a member of a cult. If you use violence in preaching, then you are doing the same thing that the Christian crusaders did in using violence to preach. You remember what the Lord told the disciples? Go to people's homes and tell them about the gospel of salvation. If they believe it, baptize them in the name of the Lord. But if they don't believe, when you are leaving, you must what? You must take the dust off your feet as a sign against them that they didn't believe. They didn't believe you. We are in the end times, and we are preaching the true gospel of the Lord. And we are saying that by divine revelation, the Negroes are Hebrews. I'll do a special video on African Americans who, are Hebrews, confirmed by divine visions. And so, if you do not believe what I'm saying, that is fine. But you will be shocked. Your racism will take you to hell because you did not believe in the truth. You believe in a lie. And the book of Revelation is very clear that lies will not enter the kingdom of heaven. Neither will people who believes in lies. And so if you are not a Hebrew and you say you are a Hebrew, you are telling lies. You are part of the synagogue of Satan. And if you are Hebrew and you are also adding to the gospel or taking away from the gospel, you are scattering the sheep of the Most High, and judgment will come to you as judgment will come to the Gentiles who scattered the Hebrews. So if you are a Hebrew, you are scattering Hebrews because of your pride, because of your false teachings and false doctrines. You will be judged because you are scattering the sheep of the Most High. The prophet Jeremiah said it in Jeremiah 23. You have to read it. You have to know the gospel very well and preach the true gospel of the Most High. And so in conclusion, now we say that the preaching, the teaching that the Hebrews are Negroes or black people who are Hebrews, it is true. And if somebody says he's a black Hebrew Israelite, he's not necessarily a member of a cult. He's telling the truth. Even though some bad apples in the movement are distorting the gospel, preaching that other people will go to hell, other people will be judged. You have to remember what the Messiah said in Matthew, the gospel of the kingdom. The fact that you are a descendant of Abraham will not necessarily mean that you go to heaven. It does not necessarily mean that you'll be invited to the great supper of the Lamb. The Lord made it very clear that strangers will come to the banquet, and the sons and daughters of Abraham will forfeit that opportunity. The Bible is very, very clear about it. And so, in conclusion, I will say that there was a divine confirmation on December 19, 2020, when I made a video claiming that the Negroes are Hebrews. The Lord of the kingdom, the Lord of lords and King of kings, he confirmed that the video was true. the content of the video was true. So I repeat it. The Negroes are Hebrews. The people who are despised, they have been given different names. They are Hebrews. And so if you don't like it, that is fine. It's up to you. But your prejudice will take you to hell. Thank you for listening to this message. And watch the links to the video in the description box. Subscribe to the channel and share the message. We are awakening the Hebrews because the awakening of the Hebrew is part of end time prophecy. The prophet Isaiah has said in Isaiah 11:11 that the Messiah, the root of Jesse, will be gathering the outcasts of Israel and the dispersed of Judah from all the four corners of the earth. If your pastor lies to you about the true identity of the Hebrews, if you go to hell, go and ask your pastor why he told you lies. Thank you for listening to this message.